The following program is produced by the AM First Radio Network and distributed by Global American Broadcasting, the GAB Radio Network.
The revolution starts now. You're about to enter the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. The Jake and Cliff Show is on, showing you how real estate investing can make your dreams, your future, your financial freedom, your reality. And now, your hosts, Jake and Cliff.
Yeah, and we are back. And do you notice what's different about this week from last week, Cliff?
No, what?
No applause.
No applause.
No
That's
live
right.
event. We had a live event last week, and it was the first time we broadcasted live from an event. And the electricity and the excitement and
was on fire.
The people coming in from the lobby saying, "Knock off that noise, darn it! We're trying to do something out here." Was just exciting. It just excited me, it elevated me, and now comparatively, we're here in the studio, and I feel a little lackluster. I have to tell you. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know if I can go on, quite frankly.
I never know what to expect with you. I swear to gosh, it's so funny. Yeah, but it was a great time, man. We had a lot of knowledge was thrown out there in a precise manner that enabled a lot of people.
Not necessarily real estate.
Right.
We're just throwing knowledge out there. Baseball scores, hockey games, things like that. Just
everything.
Just flinging it out there.
Yeah, but the rest of us were talking about real estate. But yeah, it was a great weekend. We had we got to see some really interesting houses. The houses were amazing. I think an offer was put on that first house that we looked at. The very first one we looked at was quite a house, wasn't it? Wasn't it quite a? It was, it's really sad in a way, but it's not, because when you walk through a house and somebody has lived in a house that was that bad, it was really rough. But
before we get too far down the road,
sure.
I am Jake, and this is Cliff, and Cliff is a real-life real estate expert, and that's why he's talking like he actually knows something, because he actually does. And this is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. I just, for our listeners all over the country, I want to give out our numbers. Our on-air number is 888-909-1050. Our off-air number, for those who are listening in a different time zone, is 800-396-1501. And Cliff, what is the URL for our events page? I'm sure
it's live. Yeah, it's live real estate events, S at the end there, liverealestateevents.com, and that will give you the information that we're actually heading towards Irvine, California. Irvine, California is going to get the financial revolution is coming. It's coming.
Right, and I'm going to announce the event now. It's going to be on June 9th and the 10th, 2018, not 2019 or 2017. I don't need a time machine to go to this event, but June 9th and 10th, 2018 in Irvine, and it is at, get this, is this a great hotel? I always thought that you could judge the worth of things by their names. Listen to this. The Courtyard Irvine John Wayne Airport Orange County Hotel.
Yeah.
The Courtyard Irvine John Wayne Airport Orange County Hotel. And that's located at 2701 Main Street, Irvine, California. And for those of you who want to send mail, it's 92614. That's where it's going to be.
Is it near the airport, John Wayne Airport, in Orange County?
The name does not make that clear, and I'm sorry to say I'm going to have to do a little research on that, and I'm going to have to get back to you.
It's a nice hotel. I've been there.
Very nice.
It is near the airport, but it's not. It's kind of funny.
Not uncomfortably so. The last one we did an event on the airport was actually at the end of the runway, and that made it kind of difficult for them to hear you when you were talking, because the plane's coming and going.
And we had to duck. We literally had to duck.
People had to duck sometimes, exactly. A lot of the properties were on the airport property too, and so we had to, hit the dirt, and all the attendees had to hit the dirt. But I think they got something out of it. No, but our corporate didn't want us to do an event like that again at a hotel. So here we are. We're actually a few steps removed from the airport proper.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's a little bit of ways, but it is a great hotel. A lot of people don't know that the airport was named after John Wayne, who was a great. Did he do spaghetti westerns? Or was he?
No, that was Clint Eastwood.
So he was before the literal spaghetti
John
westerns.
Wayne was, I would say a couple of decades, maybe even a few decades. I mean, he was around, I would say, in the late 20s and the early 30s. That was the genesis of his career, and he was around doing that then. And Clint Eastwood, of course, even at his best, I would say he came around in the mid-50s, say the mid-50s.
Yeah. Well, I forget the name of the movie. You probably know it. And there's this kid, and he's fishing at this lake. And John Wayne walks up to him, and he says, "Hey, why are you fishing on this side? You need to get the sun on your back. You need to fish from the other bank." And he says, "Well, how do I get over there?" And he says, "Well, you got to swim." And the kid says, "Well, I don't know how to swim." And John Wayne throws the rod down, picks him up by his pants, and throws him in the lake. And he's flapping around, trying to swim, and he makes it all the way to the other side. And in the meantime, his mom comes out, and she's like, "What are you doing? He doesn't know how to swim." And he's like, "Well, he's learning how now." And so the kid gets to the other side, and the mom says, "Well, how does he get back?" And John Wayne says, "Well, he's going to have to swim." And she says, "But what happens if he starts drowning?" He says, "You're going to have to jump in there and save him." And she goes, "Well, I don't know how to swim." And he slowly turns and looks at her, and she's like, "Oh my God, he's going to throw me." And she runs away. It was the funniest. I don't know what movie that was. Was that Shane?
Honestly, I thought that was the Andy Griffith Show. I mean, I thought that Andy got mad and threw Opie in the lake. And no? That wasn't that?
No.
I wanted to say your delivery needs a little work, Cliff. On the show
exactly.
Joe is our erstwhile engineer and technician was communicating with me off the air. You can't hear it. It's a private line. It's kind of like the hotline between Russia and the United States. You don't know about it. I know about it, and Joe knows about it, but we just keep it from you. And he said
because he's a bot.
He said your delivery needs work. So keep on going with that. But getting back to what we were talking about, we are just kidding around, and the reason we're kidding around is because we're not lackluster at all. We're still feeling the burn from the event last week. And if you want to feel the burn too, and you want to get the excitement of these events, and they are exciting. I mean, I didn't think they would be that exciting. We have recurring messages that we talk about on the radio, and those of you who listen all the time know that. One is a personal financial revolution, and the personal financial revolution is just that you are working, and we know this. I mean, we know that all of you guys listen to us not because of our charming, sparkling personalities, although, of course, in my case, that is true. But with Cliff, it's obviously not the case. But we know that you want
Wait, Jake. Did you have coffee this morning, or are you on one of those fruit drink?
Well, it's iced coffee, but I only had a few sips. So I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can attribute, my ebullient and affable and gregarious attitude towards the coffee. Do you think?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for what I said before the coffee, right? Exactly. So, anyways, let's talk about real estate.
I'm sorry what I said after the coffee.
God. So, anyways, we're coming to Irvine, California. We're gonna do our event. We had our event last week. We did a live, what would you call that? A live remote from the event. It was great. We had a lot of fun. The people had a lot of fun. Thing. Good. Yep. And
yelling
and we went to look at houses, and then we had a full day of real estate training where everybody in the room learned exactly what to do. And the reception was amazing. I don't know if you see it, but when at the end of the day, when everybody is exhausted with all the information that they've received, they literally have an idea and a plan and a strategy to go through in order to leave the event and start doing real estate deals.
And that's one of the things that we do is we educate. I mean, and we've one of the things that people come up to the events, and some of them fairly, I mean, they talk quite a bit about what it is that we're doing. They say, we've never heard this before. I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
We get these kind of things that they go to these other events. They've never seen somebody like you, a guru, a mentor, a coach, if you will, say the things, give the information to the people, and they flame onto it. I mean, other people use loud music. They use forced exercise. They use motivational canards, like the old Zig Ziglar type motivational sayings, like there's 1,000 ways to succeed in life, but none of them work unless you do, and that kind of nonsense. We give you real knowledge, and the reason why we give you real knowledge is because A, the people out there are not getting it. B, the people out there are hungry for it. In fact, I dare say they are parched. They are starving for it. They're starving for it. And I would argue that the old model is gone, and we are about approaching a break here. Yeah. And so I'm going to kind of wind down. I need more sips of my coffee so that I can wind up. And we will talk more about this, because this is part of our message, folks. This is part of our model. The old way of doing things is no good anymore. It doesn't suit any of you guys. And so we're going to break for commercials, and we will be back with more of Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Do you have a great idea for a radio show but have no idea where to start? Or have you been hosting a podcast for a while and want to take it to the next level? If so, you need the Gab Radio Network. To host a show on the Gab Radio Network, all you need is your voice, and we'll handle the rest. From technical engineering to full-service audio production and much more. Every show on the Gab Radio Network can be heard on our station on the TuneIn Radio app. Plus, we put all of our shows on our satellite, which is accessed by over 5,500 stations. And here's the best part. You can host from anywhere you want. There are many means to connect to the Gab Radio Network remotely, and our staff of highly trained engineers and producers will make you sound like you're right here in studio. So, if you want to be on the Gab Radio Network, the same network that hosts the Small Business Advocate, Radio MD, and The Federalist, send an email right now to sales@gabradionetwork.com. That's sales@gabradionetwork.com.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff's strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Well, all right, we are back, and can we ask Joe, our erstwhile engineer and technician, to give us the number for elsewhere in the country? We have the corporate number, but I think if Joe, if you would type that in, while I announce the on-air number is 888-909-1050, and we're talking here, and we can go on for an hour or two or three, but we invite your questions. This is what this is about. This show is about education, and we're actually kind of motivated about it, and that's why we can talk so much about it. And as a consequence, we want to hear from you. We want you to come and ask us questions. Cliff, you had a show once called Stump Cliff.
Yeah.
And people actually called in and nobody could stump you. And what were you giving away? You were giving away something, right?
Like a $100 Home Depot gift card.
Yeah, something that was of significant value that would make it worthwhile for people to come in. And people could come in, they could call them, they could ask them any question. And Cliff, you answered them all. And the reason why you can answer them all is because, as you said to me once, you have never seen, there isn't a deal that you haven't seen.
Well,
can you comment on that?
I've been involved in probably 2,000 transactions with the mortgage business and the real estate business and my flipping business. So it's a thing where the same ribbon drives through every deal, and it has to happen in a certain manner in order to get to closing. And the information that's available from deal to deal to deal to deal is different because it's a different house, it's a different mortgage, it's different people, different buyer, different seller, and the process is basically the same. You might have different types of funding, different types of houses, different types of financing, different types of buyers, different types of sellers. Do you see what I'm saying here? Everything changes, but it's really all the same. And the one thing that I found is that makes it the easiest way to understand how to do a transaction is you have a goal. And the goal is to get to closing and everybody's happy. And when everybody is happy, there's no problems. When you run into title problems, there's solutions. In fact, a lot of the solutions are built into your negotiations. So as long as you know what the solutions are that are built in, you can expedite them and make sure everybody's following up according to the tract, and they're not sitting there trying to make things up as things go along. And when you see things being made up, a lot of things happen with title these days, and they say, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that. And what I found is there's newer generations, Jake, that are coming in and they don't understand the way things are done. They only understand what they've been shown, and they don't have a broad picture of how the reality of real estate works. And
that's right. And that's interesting that you should say that, because that kind of dovetails with one of our other messages, which is fake training. And what do we mean by fake training? Do we mean that we get up there and people are lying to you?
Not necessarily lying.
Not necessarily, exactly.
And just lack of knowledge and touting their I guess I don't even know what the word would be for it when you don't know something and you're up there touting yourself as an expert and you're giving out information that is, like you said earlier, lackluster in reality.
We talked about this.
That's fake training.
I'm not going to say where we were or who it was, because I really like this person, but we were at one of the events, and I know that you recall this. And we were there, and some kid who'd flipped 5 houses got up and was talking about himself as an expert. And I even to say, I even hate to identify him because that's not my intent to embarrass anybody by calling him that. The cat's out of the bag. I'm not going to say that word again. But it was just this person who'd gotten up and flipped 5 houses. And he was young. Let's put it that way. And he was obviously comparatively unsophisticated. And, you know, actually, as we were there standing in the back, we all tried to support him because we kind of felt a little sorry for him. But, I mean, this was what is passing for an expert. And, Cliff, was this kid an expert?
Far from it. Well, Jake, the industry's changing. The days of the big guru up on stage touting their expertise, whether they have it or not, and making everybody run to the back of the room for $40,000 and $50,000 and $60,000 worth of training, that once they provide that credit card receipt, they kind of fade away and maybe help, maybe not. Those days are done. People are hungry to learn how to really do this. They're really starving for somebody that will take them along the way and show them how to do this so that they can put deals together. And, that's what we do.
That's right. And you're absolutely right. And people are hungry for it. And we see it at our events all the time. I say that and repeat it, but it's worth repeating. It bears repeating because people don't want the same old nonsense. They don't want they don't want the same thing that basically gets them nothing. And it irritates us, too, and that's kind of why we're on a mission to be out there and actually present this knowledge. And we have what we present during our events and what we present on this show, whenever somebody wants to call and when nobody calls, we just do it anyway, is we present knowledge. We present real knowledge, give real education, because that's what the people need. And we don't have any problem doing it. And not only that, we educate. Not only do we educate at our events, not only do we tell people that they never understood, because a lot of the time we talk about things that are counterintuitive. They're like, for example, money follows the deal. Nothing happens until you submit an offer. These watchwords, these bywords, these sayings that nevertheless strike people like you just hit them in the head with a 2x4. Because they never thought of these things before. What do you mean, Cliff? How dare you say that money follows the deal? Any responsible person would know that you have to have your money secure before you go ahead and make the deal. And yet you say this, and then you explain to them why that is. These are things that knock people out, and we talk about them all the time. We talk about structuring and planning. We talk about some of the nonsense and lack of knowledge that's going on there. And we educate, and not only that, but the cost of our events, at least right now, until our accountant comes and tells us we can't do it anymore, is, what is it?
It's free.
It's free.
When I was speaking to some colleagues and that are in this business and they run RIAs, and a RIA is a real estate investment association, or it's a group where a bunch of people will get together. And when he heard I was doing this for free, people are starving to go on bus tours and be taught how to do this.
Talked about this.
And you know, they're doing this in certain areas where they're charging $400, $500, $600 to go on these things.
No, if more, thousands of dollars.
Well, those
tens
guys,
of thousands.
Yeah, those guys aren't somebody that we want to associate with ourselves anymore.
Nevertheless, it bears
they're gone.
They're done. The people who might fall under their sway.
Right. And so what you have is you have people out there that want to attend these things because they're actually learning. But again, you got to watch for the fake training. So what Jake and I decided to do, if you're listening right now, is we decided to give you the basic rules and steps and strategies that are going to enable you to go out and put deals together. We take you to the house. We take you to the house and we show you exactly what to do, what to look for, looking at the neighborhoods, looking at the conditions of the property, looking at the value of the property. We teach you how to do that. We teach you how to evaluate the repairs and see what the costs are going to be. I mean, literally, you completely structure the deal. And then once you have that deal, we have the whole team there that you need to put the offer in, make the deal work, And if you come back after this message, we'll tell you exactly the really cool part, and we'll do that right after this.
And this is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Well, okay, and we are back with the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. I'm Jake, he's Cliff. And we just want to, for all of those people out there, and we know you're out there listening, we say hello to you, and we thank you for your listenership to the show. With all our affiliates, we hope to be visiting you someday soon. But the on-air number, if you want to call in, is 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050 for your questions, your real estate or related questions. Our off-air number, if you're listening to us in a different time zone or on a different day, is 800-396-1501. That's 800-396-1501. And once again, Cliff, what is the URL for the events page?
For the event page, it is liverealestateevents.com, liverealestateevents.com.
Okay, and what we were talking about is the model. And we were talking about why the model is problematic. So I don't see any reason why we can't pick up there, because
Well, our model's not problematic. The existing
old
model.
the existing model, the old model, if you will. And we were talking about this really sharp guy. I don't know if you want to mention his name or not. Maybe we could certainly keep him anonymous. And the occasion of this is because there is going to be an event, a big event, and we won't say where because it wouldn't be something that our listeners would be going to anyway, but there's going to be a big event with these real estate investing associations, and it's coming up in June, and we were talking about going there, and that's what prompted this discussion between you and this guy, and this guy is a big guy, he's a known guy. And Cliff, so from that point, I'm just going to hand off to you from that.
Yeah, and basically he was just reiterating that the old model is old, it's tired.
And that was a surprise to me. We know that, but it was really interesting to hear him say that. Go on.
But when you get to a point where people understand what's going to happen at the event, and that they're going to get hit with a $40,000 or $50,000 what would you call it, a pitch, and so they stop going because they just discover that they can't pay 40 grand, and they realize that all the benefits of the real knowledge is given after they pay the 40 grand. That's why you need to come to our little property tours, because we give you the pieces that you could go out and do the puzzle. And what this gentleman was telling me is that's the new business model that should be, people are asking for. They want to go and look at properties. They want to be helped through the transaction. They want the coaching that goes with it after the event to actually help them put deals together. Now, they've been sold that, Jake, in the fake training arena for years and years and years. But that's something that you and I deliver. It's something that we deliver at a reasonable price, and it's something that we make happen. I mean, it's like literally the few people that have gone through our training lately, are literally on their way to putting deals together and doing the exercises that make deals happen. And it was pretty interesting to hear somebody say, without the knowledge of what we were doing, actually, I was announcing it to him, and to say that exactly what our model is, what everybody's starving for.
That was interesting,
yeah,
and
it was very nice.
People are starving for that, and what's always nice, Cliff, is that when we go into the audience, and it sounds like we're bespeaking ourselves, and we kind of are, but we're doing it for a public good, because we're the guys. We're the guys who know this stuff. I've had a 30-year career in law and in business. I've had a consultancy practice. Cliff has done, I don't want to say thousands, but you've done maybe a couple of thousand flips, various transaction. You've been a mortgage broker. You've been a financial guy, and you've had a realtor's firm, and you've basically done everything in real estate. And we get up there and we say these things, and we actually get, as you know, we get people in the audience who are actually, they fancy themselves as mentors or coaches as well. Yeah. And they come in there, right? And they come in there, and I think they have an ulterior motive. A, they want to find out what we're doing, but B, maybe they want to get the people to come outside and, hey, forget this Jake and this Cliff guy, and we're going to, boy, have I got a deal for you kind of thing. And to have those guys get up and actually be among the converted, which they often happens, and they say, this is the guy. Cliff is the guy. I mean, do you remember last week in Rancho Cucamonga, they actually applauded? Yeah. When I was done with my presentation, they applauded. Correct. Yeah, of course, some wag could argue that they were applauded because, thank God he's finally done. Oh gosh, what dreck! What terrible.
But Jake,
they really liked it, and it's the same
Jake,
thing.
when you deliver the things that they want to hear, and they know it's the truth, and they know it's the reality, and they know it's the substance, and it's something that they can use, that's when people are like, finally, and they applaud you because they know that you told them something that blew everybody away. And you do that presentation at all of our property tours, like the one coming up in Irvine on the 9th and 10th of this coming month. And if you are out there and you have any type of assets, and we're not talking about asset protection here, we're talking about if you have any assets whatsoever and the volatility of those assets, if you come for anything, you want to hear this presentation, because it just blows people away. And when I met Jake, we weren't always best friends, but in the beginning, he told me this scenario of look at this. This is what can happen if you have your assets set up this way. And Jake, doesn't everybody else set them up the opposite way?
Well, it's a mishmash out there, Cliff, and I mean, I want to keep focused on the real estate because, but I'm going to answer your question. But as a prefatory comment, I want to say that the markets are such a mess. The volatility out there, the fear index is really pretty high. A lot of the people who are insiders in the market know that all the money that is in the market is already in the market, and that betokens a drop in the market when there's no more money coming into the market. That's kind of an insider. That's kind of a leading indicator that most people don't know. But when we explain to them, and once again, it gets back and we say it again, it's this fake training. And it's a fake training that relies on pithy sayings. It relies on loud music. It relies on putting you in a room where the temperature is a few degrees colder than it should be. It relies on long hours. It relies on tiring you out and breaking your resistance and not really teaching you all that much, which is what the people who do this report to us. We don't do that. What we do is educate you.
And going back to what we were talking about,
no cold rooms, we do have long days, but they're not inordinately long. When I'm talking long days, I'm talking like about 15-hour days.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about loud music blaring in your ears, and it's kind of hypnotic. And it breaks you down. We're not about breaking you down. We want to teach you these things, and we're going into a break now. So we want to lead into the break. So this is a Real Estate Expert Online radio show with Jake and Cliff, and we will be back with more of this.
We got 2 minutes, Jake.
Oh, it said 10 seconds.
You cannot drink iced coffee anymore.
No, it's Joe. It's Joe doing this. Joe's trying to get back to me for that. That thing that I said about him, and I'm not going to say it, because I want to.
So you're right, Jake. When you have a situation, when you have the situation of people out there telling you things that they don't understand themselves, and they sell you something for tons and tons of money, and they tell you that you're going to be in this great position and you're going to be protected and you're going to have all this knowledge. You can't do that, guys. You got to watch and understand the realities of it. And that's what we do at these events is we show you the myth and then we show you the reality. And then when you understand the difference, it makes it easy to understand how you can go out there and buy houses, fix them up, and sell them. It's really, really not that difficult when you understand how
it's not something that's beyond the understanding of a person with ordinary intelligence.
Well, even subordinary intelligence. I mean, it's really
that's true.
It's
I won't say more, but you're right.
It's kind of like riding a bicycle. I mean, there's a difference between an Olympic bicyclist and a guy that just learned how to ride it yesterday, but at least they're both riding bicycles. And the more you learn things, the more you do things a certain way, and the more you work with a team. See, that's the thing, Jake. We deliver the team. We tell them how to create and develop the team that they need that's going to lead them to closings.
That's what
closings lead them to money.
Right. We present you with a power team. It's called a power team. Yep. And we actually had, this is what happened when I had one of the mentors get up who was kind of in there, kind of playing both sides of the fence, as we said. And he was talking to people and he said, I've never seen an event where they offered you a realtor, where they presented you the realtor. This is just unheard of. And he was among the converted. And it's funny because he came to our event arguably to do something else, and now we are going into break.
Now we are going to break.
This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff, and we will be back.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Okay, here we are. We're back with the Real Estate Expert Online Show. I'm Jake. He's Cliff. And we are in our last segment, unfortunately, because it really goes too fast.
It goes too damn fast.
It goes too fast. But I wanted to know that for all of us, those who are listening who might have a real estate question, the on-air number is 888-909-1050. For those listening in a different time zone or on a different day, it's 800-396-1501. We invite you to call in with your real estate questions. Leave your contact information, your question of any length, and we will certainly get back to you. Now, getting back to what we were talking about, Cliff has complained that I've had too much coffee this morning. I need to back it off.
Yeah.
And so the problem is that the only person who loves to talk more than I do is Cliff. And
I know.
He gets antsy if he doesn't get his share on the show. So I'm kind of lay low, and I'm going to let Cliff hold forth here for the last segment.
Well, for the last segment, I just want to point out to people that if you're frustrated in this business, if you're really trying to learn how to flip houses, if you're in this business and you can't find houses, Jake, how many houses did we find in one day? 5 houses.
4 or 5, and we weren't even trying, actually.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we stopped for coffee in the middle of it, you know.
I know.
We still got 5 houses in.
I know. So we looked at the 5 houses. Each one of them was a transaction that when we put the numbers together, they were viable deals to buy at our price points. So when you find, well, like Jake was saying earlier, money follows a deal. When you find a deal like that and you don't have the money, we show you how to put the offer in, even if you don't have the money. And we show you how to get that offer in and then find other people. So if you don't have the money to close on it, and I'm talking about wholesaling here, I find people to do deals with. There's a lot of people out there that says, oh, you got to wholesale the property. You have to go out there and find people and post it all over the place. Guys, if you're doing this the right way, you'll never post a deal on Facebook. You'll never post a deal on Craigslist looking for buyers, because if you find a transaction like that first house, Jake, we were right on with our numbers.
That's what we started the show on. Yeah, go on, talk about that.
And their numbers on the property were almost in line with what our offer was, and I think we were off by $10,000 at our starting offer point, not our maximum allowable. They were below our maximum allowable offer. So, and they had a existing offer that was lower than the offer that we were going to present. Right. And when you present the offer in the manner that we do, in the style that we do, it just takes all the others off the table. It takes all those other offers off the table because they just can't compete with the way that we make our offers. And then what you do is, once you do get it under contract, you network with the people that we introduce you to. They have the money. There's tons of money sitting there. And it's not like some of these, enter the hotel ballroom and we have pre-authorized you with $1 million worth of financing. It's not like that. These people are investors who want to invest in real estate, that have the money, that don't have the time to go and find the deals. You go and find the deals, put the deals together with the money people, split the profits, sell it to them, let them do the whole darn thing if you want, but put the deal together. Make the deals happen. And that's what we do, is we introduce you to the people in the audience who can work with you and work to put the deals together. And, that's what we do, Jake. That's everything we do. We teach you how to do it. We show you how to do it. We hold your hand while you do it. And we bring all the people together that can make those deals happen. What do you think about that?
Well, I was just going back to what that one fellow was saying about they never saw an event where they actually presented you with a realtor who's going to help you. And,
right.
A realtor can be very helpful. A buying agent can be very helpful. But we also present you with financial people. When was the last time you heard of that?
Right.
We've got Tom at Zinc Financial. He's terrific. Yep. And we actually have 1 or 2 others. And this is a really valuable thing to have. Right. Not only that, we show you how to do your buyers. We actually show you where your buyers are, as you were saying at the beginning of this segment. Yep. You never have to post on a property on Facebook again because we show you who your buyers are. We show you why they're your buyers. And once again, it's counterintuitive. Unless you hear what we have to say about this, you're likely not going to figure this out and pick this up for yourself, because people have been conditioned to think things are a certain way and they're actually not that way.
Correct. And there might be a motive for them not to teach you that. And there might be a motive for them to lead you to the resources that they want you to use. Right. I present to you a great team, but I also teach you how to build the team for yourself. you might not want to do real estate in Southern California. You might not want to do real estate in Northern California, or in Arizona, or in Nevada, or in Florida, or in Mississippi. It doesn't matter where you do this. You have to build the team. But when you see how the team is structured and what you need in that team, it makes it easy to go out there and create the exact thing in another location, which gives you buying opportunities. You know, Jake, one of the things that people complain about, and we talked about it on a show before, and it's the point of, you know, not putting in offers. You know, how many times I mean, we've said it before. You walk into a room and they say, oh, yeah, we can't get any deals. And then the first thing I ask them is, who put an offer in this week? Who put an offer in?
And that's one of those hitting the head with a 2x4 type
I know.
That they think,
can't
oh,
get a deal. You can't get a deal if you don't put in offers. So that's one of the things is, you know, by not putting in offers, we teach you how to put those offers in. And once you get to the point where you learn how to do this in your backyard or in your neighborhood or in your location, you have to realize that the only way, if you want to do 300-400 deals a year, the only way you're going to do it is you got to have an entire market about the size of what? The United States. You know, you can buy a house everywhere. You can buy a house in all locations as long as you buy them according to the rules that we show you and the strategies that we show you. Then you just broaden your market. So if you can do 1 or 2 deals in your local area, you can have 5 areas. Now you're doing 5 deals. Now you're doing 10 deals. Now you're doing, you bring in another market, and now you're doing 15. You know, now you're doing a lot more. And it's very easy to do once you learn how to build the structure and plan on how you're going to build your personal financial revolution. And liverealestateevents.com, that's events with an S. Come down and see us. We're going to be in Irvine on the 9th and 10th of next month. And if you miss this and you're in that area, it's going to cost you a fortune because you're going to go out there and do things wrong. You're going to go out there and learn wrong things. Come to this event. It's free. You can't understand the importance of learning how to do this right. So liverealestateevents.com. Jake, give them the 800 number before we're out.
Is 800-396-1501. You can call us.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. The real estate investing revolution has only just begun. Want more information on your own personal revolution? Go to realestateexpertonline.com or call 1-800-396-1501. The owners of the show, this station, or any of its affiliates want you to know that real estate investing is risky. You could lose your entire investment. Topics and opinions expressed in the show are for informational and entertainment purposes, not professional advice or even factual reporting. The owners disclaim any responsibility to supplement, correct, or modify the content of any broadcast. Nothing in this content shall be construed to create an agreement, waive this disclaimer, encourage evasion or disobedience to any law, or constitute a submission to jurisdiction in any state or country. Persons or entities referred to are entirely fictional. No reference to an actual person or entity is intended, but is entirely coincidental.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.